Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? It is freezing, man. It's 3 degrees out here. And that's only because I don't know if it's checking the temperature in my car or whatever, man, but I got the heat on full blast. And I've been out here 10 minutes making this McDonald's order for the Familia and letting this bitch warm up. Oh my Lord, it's freezing down in this motherfucker, man, straight up and down. Pray for us in Omaha and the blasting, man. But peep game, I want to talk about something, man. So I just got off the panel, the IBFP panel, man, and the topic of choice today was surrounding David Benavidez and how, you know, his feelings as far as a fight goes with Jai Opetia, man. I'm like this, man. At what point do you say, you know, just for the you know, everybody held you to this high standard, you know, Jim Lampley feels you could be a potential heavyweight champion. Everybody feels you just going, you know, go through Bivol and Benavidez like a hot knife goes through butter. Shout out Kevin Cunningham for saying that about Manny Pacquiao when he fought Chris Algieri. You know, everybody just feels you about to go in here, you know, in your introduction fighting to the division, just, you know what I'm saying, step all over Zurdo Ramirez, you know, no challenge whatsoever. You just about to go up there and do that to him. So why not just go up there and fight? Why do you need that many more fights to go up there and fight Jai Opetia? And shout out my man Domo. Domo said this on he said this under the comment section of that video that Nuke posted about David Benavidez. And this is, if you're ready for one champ, you're ready for all champions, man. Because what exactly do you think is going to happen once you get all them belts? You become a target, and you will look foolish sitting up there trying to find a way, talk about how you're not ready to face Jai Opetia when you're a unified champion if you get through Zurdo. It don't make no sense. It makes no sense. Now, I'm not mad at you for fighting Zurdo or Ramirez. I think that's a dope fight. Me personally, you talking about dropping down another 25 pounds to get back down there to fight Benavidez and Bivol, which tells me that you can still make the weight. If it's not a struggle for you to make the weight to where you can just drop, you can fluctuate up and down in weight, just stay there at the weight and beat everybody like everybody swears you can do, and then move up. You feel me? Why go through all that when you can just stay right there? This shit is just hustling backwards, man. So I'm not mad at the fight with you and Zurdo, man. But when you can be congratulatory of that, but also keep shit in proper perspective and poke holes in the logic of what it is you're doing, and you're still gonna get chastised and deemed as a hater, which I'm a hater. That shit don't bother me. I'm a hating ass nigga. That's just what it is with me, man. And I ain't no hair on my tongue when it comes to that. I'm not a fan of David Benavidez, but he's a good fighter, and I'm not mad at the Zurdo fight. I think it's a dope fight, but it's a fight that just shouldn't be prioritized. It's a fight that shouldn't be prioritized, man. David is fighting fighters to where his fans, I said this on the panel, David is fighting fighters to where they're good enough fighters to where his fans can continue to stay comfortable in this psyop that they're living in, like he's chasing greatness. Chasing Canelo isn't necessarily chasing greatness. Why? Because it's a bag attached to that. You're not clapping at Bivol and Benavidez with the same level of vigor that you was with Canelo. You're not even doing it with Zurdo. Now, granted, you don't need to do it because his contract is already filled out, but we just see it. We see it, and when we call it out, it's like we deemed out of pocket for doing so. And it just leads me to believe that this, a lot of this shit is bullshit. A lot of this shit is bullshit. If we being real, if we being all the way real, you're not about to sit here and tell me Jai is too much for you, but Benavidez isn't. When honestly, Benavidez and Bivol are more skilled than Jai Opetia. They are. Benavidez could probably still fight at cruiserweight. I'm being dead ass real. I think he can still fight at cruiserweight. Well, let's see how he looks. If he looks anything like how he did against Bivol just in his last fight, he can fight at cruiserweight. And he's a little bit more technically proficient than Jai Opetia. He is. So how isn't that too much of a stretch for you? But Jai Opetia is. Now, granted, yeah, you do have to take the weight into the discrepancies in weight into factory. Yeah, well, by that same metric, y'all tend to forget all of that. All that shit goes out the window when it comes to David Benavidez, right? He can just go up there. He can just beat the ever living shit out of any and everybody. So he can go up and fight. Just he can beat any and everybody. So weight is no longer an issue. So we can look at Benavidez and Jai Opetaia somewhat in the same light. We can do that. There's nothing stopping you from going up there and fighting Jai Opetaia, because it's not like you're about to add any new additives to your game. You are who you are, and ain't a goddamn thing wrong with that. Ain't a fucking thing wrong with that, man. But just stop duping niggas. Just stop duping niggas. Normally, I'll be like, all right, cool, I can respect and salute that. Normally, I do that. But your fans bring this bullshit out of me. And it's just a bad look. If we being real, it really is a bad look. And why is it a bad look? Because everybody is saying that you're not ducking Jai Opetaia. Everybody is saying that. But when Canelo, you're saying you're not ready to go and see him because you just need to get your feet wet. Canelo was saying, yo, just give me my bag. And like I said on the panel, what he was asking for, practically, he got paid that last year. He got paid that last year for them 2 fights against Skull and Bud. So y'all may as well just give him that bag or whatever so he can go and get in the ring with this dude. But let's further talk about this shit. Canelo jumped up and fought top dogs in the division, whether it was the first or the second, number 1 or number 2 ranked. Y'all said it was a bullshit fight with Kovalev or whatever. All right, cool, whatever. You can have that. Now, granted, there's not even nothing to say about it because it was stipulations on that fight. But then when he dives into the deep pool and fights Bivol, and instead of being congratulatory that he did it in a loss, y'all chastise him. Y'all tried to turn that shit and flip it to some, it was a cherry pick gone wrong. How? It was a cherry pick to Americans. It was a cherry pick to Americans. Why? Because there's no stock at light heavyweight with American talent. So y'all are unfamiliar with these fighters. So to y'all, it's a cherry pick. Which is I'm like, man, y'all niggas don't even try to be objective when it comes to this shit. And y'all don't hide y'all lack thereof of knowledge on the sport. But we don't need to divulge into a Canelo fight. But no, actually we do. Because he stepped up and he fought the who's who in these divisions, man. Since you've been at light heavyweight, you ain't even fought a champion yet. Since you've been at light heavyweight, you haven't even fought a champion. 3 fights in. You're a champion, but that's because you got that man stripped. Instead of going and getting the belt the rightful way. It's a lot of bullshit that comes with this dude. Anthony Yarde was a good win. All of his fights if we're being real, all of his wins at light heavyweight were good wins. David Morrell was a good win. Was it an asterisk to it? Yeah. Why? You chased him up there. And David Morrell was still unseasoned. And as I said, he's going to out-experience David Morrell. And what ended up happening? He out-experienced David Morrell. Vozick was a good win. Vozick might fuck around and be a better win than Anthony Yarde the way he went in there and manhandled Anthony Yarde. But Anthony Yarde is more active and fighting at a certain level with consistency. I'm saying, bro, like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? They're good wins. But is it a better win than Kovalev? Absolutely the fuck not. It's not. No, it isn't. So if Canelo can take his 5'6.5", 5'7" ass up there to light heavyweight and go and tangle with them niggas, why can't you take your 6 foot ass, 230 pounds ass up there and just fight Jai Opetaia if you beat Zordo? You're not gonna be any more ready to fight Jai if you beat Zurdo Ramirez. That's as ready as you're gonna get. Because truth be told, Zordo has a shot against Jai. I'm not picking him to win. I wouldn't pick him to win, but he definitely has a shot with his style. He has a shot. What do you mean you gotta get more acclimated to the division? What are we doing? Y'all would bang on Canelo if he said some shit like that, as y'all should. As y'all should. When Sergio Martinez went up, he let it be known, nah, man. When it was time for him to fight Golovkin, nah, my time is up, bro. Like, I can't go in there and beat that dude right now. We came at the wrong time. I can't do nothing with him. He let that be known. It's too late for me. I can't beat this dude right now, man. I'm too past it. And this dude is a demon. All right, cool. That's some shit that's respectable. I can respect that. But it's a timeline thing with the two of them, man. It's not that with you. Y'all are a year apart in age. And you're already jumping up there to fucking fight Zerto. But it's that much of a stretch for you to go and fight Jai. Jai is a beast. Jai is a beast. Yes, he is. He is. He absolutely is. What's your point? Because you're the Mexican monster. You could beat it. You're gonna be you're a potential heavyweight champion. Let Jim Lampley tell it. You're a future heavyweight world champion. This is duck energy, Brody. That's just a fact. This is duck energy. This is duck energy. So what happens when if you get the belts? How long is it? What's a time stamp? What's the time stamp when you fighting Jai Opetaia if you beat Zerto? How long is it gonna take you to get in the ring and line that up with Jai if you beat Zerto? Now we get into some other shit because it's up. People got other theories. Shout out to Julius, Ring IQ in his panel. People are feeling like you gonna call for Bivol better be able to jump up and come and holler at you at cruiserweight, which it makes sense. That's some shit that you would do. That's some shit that you would do. I'm not saying that you are gonna do that, but it makes sense that you would do that just because of how your career is, man. You fight the best available opposition that's risk averse, but how do I want to word this? You fight the best opposition that's risk averse, but good enough to where you can't be chastised for it. Vozick, good fight. It's not super risk averse, but it ain't the same as fighting Better Be Ever Bivol. It's not. Anthony Yard. I think that was Callum Smith. You could have fought Callum Smith before that. You opted not to. You opted not to. Because you didn't want to bow down and kiss the ring to Turkey just for you to bow down and kiss the ring to Turkey and then double back. And Callum tell us, man, the offer wasn't as lucrative as what I got for fucking Joshua Buatsi. Niggas is going to ignore that, though. We're going to ignore that. You fight the best opposition available that's risk averse and that's not necessarily. I want to say risk averse. You fight the good enough opposition to where it's not risk averse, but it's not the cream of the crop to where you are in imminent danger of losing and getting hurt and getting knocked out or just getting brutalized in there. It's very much so strategic. It's very much so strategic. And you keep fooling the fans with the shit, man. So, hey, you know what? Ain't nothing I can do about that, man. It just is what it is. But I just need y'all to really start calling the shit down the middle and seeing how this dude is operating, man. This ain't it. It ain't it. This is definitely duck energy. Y'all had no issue when Canelo allegedly priced himself out of a fight with David Benavidez. But y'all see no issue with him saying, I don't want to fight Jai Opetaia now. I need to get my feet wet. As if fighting a unified world champion isn't enough feet in the water as is. God damn. I salute you on fighting Jai. I honestly do. I salute you on not Jai, but Zerto. I salute you on fighting Zerto. I real life do. I forgot my blicky at the crib. Fuck it. I salute you on fighting Zerto. I'm not mad at that fight, but you know that it's not the fight that everybody is asking for. You know they want to see you in there with Better Be Ever Bivol, the winner of them two, or Callum Smith. And even with us seeing Callum Smith be knocked out and battered by Canelo, he's showing the most promise outside of Better Be Ever Bivol at 175 pounds. They want to see that fight more than they want to see Zerto. But I'm not mad at the Zerto fight. We've seen Zerto. We've seen how he looked with Bivol. So, all right, cool. We're going to go in that route. We'll go in that direction right there. We'll go in that direction. We'll fake come back, on the low spin the block and entertain a fight with Callum Smith. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that after the fact. After the fact. Now it's all about a belt. He was just trying to get a belt. Just y'all, man, it's just real weird shit. Motherfuckers is just apprehensive to call shit down the middle how it is, man. Stop playing games. Canelo priced himself out of a fight with David Benavidez because he asked for practically the amount of money he got annually all of last year. He priced himself out of a David Benavidez fight. But David Benavidez isn't duck. That's which was, you know, is his duck. But David Benavidez isn't, you know, he's not ducking Jai Opetaia because he never said that. Canelo never said he wouldn't fight David Benavidez. He said, put the money up. You pay me, I'll fight him tonight. So what are we doing? I have no words for these dudes, man. It is what it is, man. I'll tap back in with y'all niggas later, man. Y'all stay righteous. Deuces.